Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. I am Ms. Sobia Kiran from Army Public School and College Fort Road. I welcome you to our biology class for grade 8. It is a part of APSAC's online sport program. This is week 4 assignment, chapter number 1, Introduction to Biology. Topic the level of organization, which is on page number 7. The subtopic is cellular organization, which is from page number 11, 12 and 13. The objectives are, at the end of the lesson, students will be able to describe the different cellular organizations, describe the main organs of the mustard plant, also learn the different tissues of frog. Before going over next topic, first we revise our previous one. We have studied the major group of organisms. There are 5 major group of organisms: prokaryotes, protists, fungi, plants and animals. There are 2 basic types of cells, prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. The organization of the organisms are of 3 types: unicellular organizations, colonial organizations and multicellular organizations. We take a start from first type, that is unicellular organizations. In unicellular organizations, the only one cell make the life of an organism. All life processes such as reproduction, feeding, digestion and excretion are carried out by one cell. The examples of unicellular organisms are amoeba, paramecium and euglena. There are so many examples of unicellular organisms like amoeba, bacteria, unicellular algae, unicellular fungi and unicellular yeast and paramecium. You can see the diagram of these organisms in this slide. You can see this picture in amoeba, a food vacuole. At the center nucleus is present and pseudopodia, which is called false foot, and contractile vacuole is present. This is paramecium. In paramecium, the food vacuole are present, cilia at the outside which help in locomotion. Also macronucleus is present, micronucleus is also present, and contractile vacuole. This is a picture of euglena in which a large single flagellum is present which help in locomotion. The second type is colonial organizations. In this type, many unicellular organisms live together but do not have any division of labor among them. Each unicellular organism in a colony lives its own life. It does not depend on other cells for vital requirements like feeding, digestion and excretions. For example, volvox. You can see the picture of volvox. Many volvox live together in the form of colony. Here are some characteristics of volvox. Volvox is a green alga found in water that shows the colonial organizations. 100 of cells make a colony. The structure of volvox is the individual cells form colony. Up to the 5,000 cells are present, cannot live alone. The eye spot that allow them to swim near the light. Many flagellates are present which help in locomotion. The locomotion is similar to euglena. This is figure 1.5 from your book. You can see the larger circles which is green in color, they are called the daughter colonies, and small ones which look like a cells, they are called the vegetative cell. Now comes toward the third type and last one, multicellular organizations. In this organization, the cells are organized in the form of tissues, organs and organ systems. The number of cells per organisms range from some tens to up to several millions. All species like animals, land plants and most fungi are multicellular, as many algae are also present. The examples here in your book is frog and mustard plant. Now we'll discuss the first example, that is of mustard plant. The scientific name of this plant is Brassica campestris. The general characteristics are they produce a seed at the end of the winter. The plant body is used as vegetable and seed is used for extracting the oil. Organs divide into 2 groups on the basis of their function. The first example is vegetative organ, the second is the reproductive organ. Vegetative organ of this plant are root, stem, branches and leaves, which do not take part in sexual reproduction of the plant. Second one is the reproductive organ or part. The flowers are reproductive part of the plant because they take part in sexual reproduction and produce the fruits and also seeds. You can see the picture of mustard plant. The root, stem and leaves are the vegetative organs while the flower is the reproductive part which take part in reproduction. The second example of multicellular organism is frog. The scientific name is Rana tigrina. The general characteristics, the body is made of organ system and each organ system consists of related organs. All the organs are made of specific tissues like epithelial, glandular, muscular and nervous tissues. You will study in detail of these tissues in the chapter number 4. This is the figure 1.7 from your book. Success criteria to remember the different cellular organizations, the main organs of the mustard plant, the different tissues of the frog. This is your written task, students. The question number 1, solve the exercise multiple choice questions. The extension question number 7, is there any division of labor among the cells of a colony? If you find division of labor among the cells and tissues, what level of cellular organization is it? Also the second question from internet research, write the contribution of any two Muslim scientists but other than from book in the field of biology. Thank you students. Allah Hafiz. Take care of yourself.